won't seem to be solved by getting a better pickaxe.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That was going to be my first solution.
Well, you know, great minds. Great minds. I love going from island to island in RuneScape, finding none of the fishing spots I need.
The fish are hiding.
They are hiding. Somehow I am on an island and can't find good fishing spots. Kinda sus. You fix your ship? Don't forget to send me whatever link you're going to be using for Veto 2. Guys, are you ready for an otherworldly corporation? We'll get fucked because
Sure.
Bones isn't here.
Oh.
Where's our bird?
Her traumatized birdling.
Oh, by the way, Amy, you're not, you're muted. No one can hear you. Gotta unmute your mic. I love that Bones has the forge loaded up, but is not in the voice call.
What the heck?
At least I think so.
Oh, it locked me out. Just give me 1 second. There we go.
Unfortunately, where once there was a Stargale VTuber, there is only darkness, and now there's Dahlia.
Whee!
Unshaded Dahlia.
Why is Forge taking 10 million years to open? Never mind.
Because Dahlia's unshaded?
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah, most things can be explained by Dahlia being unshaded. You'd be surprised. It has real world consequences. All the time.
Is this like an example of the butterfly effect?
Yeah, they'll be delivering pizza to the house, and they'll be like, I don't recognize your colors. And then I'll have to explain she's unshaded, and she just asks weird questions like, but you never saw my VTuber. Why? But that's not a question. It just ends in an upwards inflection. That doesn't make it a question. That's what I
That's a
learned
very
from
good point.
Uptalk.
I have no idea how I was Discord muted.
Hello. Typically there is a key that does that.
So what you're saying is it's my cat's fault.
Quite possibly.
Wait, what's the key for that? I didn't know that.
To toggle mute, you just do Control
Yeah.
Shift M. D for deafen.
Oh my god.
Also, as a really funny note, you can go back to the last channel that you were in by pressing Alt left arrow. And if you do that, you can go back to the last channel that you were in by pressing Alt right arrow.
What?
It's a mindfuck, it really is.
Oh my god. I'm levitating now. Like, I know too much.
Yeah.
This is forbidden knowledge.
You can also like navigate between channels up and down with just Alt up arrow and Alt down.
That's crazy.
Or you can do it between servers with Control Alt up and down.
That's crazy.
I'm just naming random Discord commands while I wait for people to be ready.
I'm
I
good to
am
go.
here.
Well, of
I'm
course
here, you're all
you're
clear.
here, but we don't have any bones.
Oh yeah, true.
Bones. Where's Bones?
Yeah, that tracks. I completely understand why. Alright, we are only waiting a little bit longer for bones, and then we're gonna start. So all of you can decide which of you is gonna recap.
I wasn't here. I don't know.
Oh boy, what happened last session?
I will say,
Let
if
me
you
get
think
my
that I ate you
notes.
last session, that's
That
redacted
is not
information.
what happened. We were in the bar still investigating information on who we should be looking for to figure out the great mystery of why the fuck it took so long for Flogger's ceremony to happen. And Flynn got absolutely traumatized in the process, but we got a lead and we went to, I don't remember the name of the company, but it was a pest control company. We went to their
BioGuard
building.
Pest Control.
Thank you. BioGuard Pest Control. We went to their location to investigate. We scooted around the building. Multiple shenanigans happened. Flynn managed to convince somebody that he was sending them death threats, and eventually we ended up in a room where we played. It got very meta. We played a
Game of
short session
Starpath.
in a game of Starpath, a short session of Starpath in which we
I
agreed
missed
to
that.
assist.
God, big sad.
We agreed to assist a lich in turning an entire kingdom into foxes.
Based.
Good times, good times.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
I've just been sitting in the little screen for a while, and I forgot. Oh, I should probably join the voice chat.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, you don't like role playing in a completely like empty room to yourself?
I do that on my own time.
True. I prefer the
That's-
padded cell.
That's called a shower. Or
That is what you do in the shower.
or what I do when I'm on patrol at 3 a.m. And I'm relatively certain no one's awake.
So
I like to
our
think we're all just hallucinating each other, and we think we're actually real, but none of us are real.
Tara would clap her hands together. So I am totally letting you go to the next floor. You're gonna be so excited. There's like all kinds of weird shit going on there. If you're like mystery solvers, you should totally do it.
I like a good mystery.
Sure. I'm a little afraid now.
Well, like you said, you're
Don't
here
worry, bees, I don't
investigating a
like.
mystery. A mystery. Why wouldn't you do this then? You have to like you have to do the other. You have to go like explore. It's a mystery.
There was a tale that I heard in my travels where there were these weird teenagers of sorts with their pet dragon named Doobie. One of them was he was a drug addict. The other was your standard like jockey type. You got the nerd in there somewhere, and then the bimbo. It was they had a horseless carriage and everything. It was crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You've never heard of this tale?
I'm afraid you've lost me.
I think I've heard this tale.
Doobie the magic dragon lived by the sea.
So anyway, I just want you to know though, things get a bit weird when you go up there. So like, you should be careful. You guys have like class 3 hazmat gear, right?
I have witnessed
No.
horrors beyond comprehension today. I think I can handle weird.
You're muted, Dahlia.
What's a hazmat suit?
Oh, it stands for. You know what? Don't worry about it.
I think it's supposed to keep you safe from foreign substances.
No, it's a suit where it asks you if you have materials. Has materials.
Mortals
Done.
have such strange
Oh, that makes a lot of
attire.
sense.
It is it's like that there's this campaign that was going around to promote calcium ingestion called got milk. The kingdoms were all talking about it. It was all the rage. Kids were laughing at it.
I didn't expect you to be savvy on branding, Flynn. Very interesting.
I've been places.
Actually,
Many
we'll just say there is a reason it's called odd, I imagine.
Whenever I need calcium, I just eat some skeletons.
Well, it's our occult disturbances division. It's very important to have an occult disturbances division. You should see how many companies did not survive because they didn't have one. I don't know, but I assume it's a high number.
So that's what it stands for.
Yeah, a lot of people around the company will often say that's odd as a way of signaling to contact the occult disturbances department.
That is quite pleasant. I bet.
Wait, so- Oh, go.
How quick do they respond?
It depends. I think we've lost a few people at some point.
Oh, collateral.
So wait, you
What
have a
about
bunch of
success?
investigators working here?
Well, technically, our company is partially about investigation. Tests come in all shapes, sizes, and unholy dimensions.
Would it perhaps inform some certain Tengu of maybe something that he might have seen in his visions, on a long night of drinking.
Yeah, that tracks. For some reason, people who drink a lot have a high amount of overlap with, well, people seeing odd disturbances.
You catch ghosts with dubious technology that sometimes explodes in your face? I heard a group did that.
Well, yeah, there are. Sometimes we need to make sure that certain undead entities are contained before we ship them off to the church.
I believe you use them to populate the catacombs, right?
No, you send them into the next life as is respectful of their.
No one believes that hogwash. They got to keep, the decor up down there.
It's not hogwash. Hush used to send the spirits of the dead on to their final punishment or reward.
Well, how we've always done it is our crew members, they're so in love with the sea, so they become of the sea when they pass.
Are you implying you just throw the bodies overboard?
Well, we do it's a little bit more elaborate than that. There was a culture that we kind of took this from years ago, but we kind of send off a little dinghy and we just let them sail off into the distance, into the next life.
Oh, I see. Man, that's weird. Pretty cool.
Yes, it is quite pleasant.
Huh. Don't think we could have fit elders where I'm from onto a boat. We would have needed a full-on warship.
Oh, a watership. How ornate.
You ever see how big an elder dragon can get?
I've seen a few dragons in my time. Probably not an elder, though.
Nah, you'd remember. Or you might not be alive, but Tail just shrugs and flutters her wings.
I mean, you're more than you can try to pry my mind.
Don't feel like I question it too much. Seems like you've seen a lot, though.
I've seen a few things. Just
Eh,
tonight.
anyway, we should get moving, right?
Right. I would say let's get on with it, but I think in this case, let's get on with it.
A little pun, I like it.
Oh, actually, didn't we see a door with that on it? What does that stand for? Does it mean anything?
Tail just looks at first at Ashlyn for the pun, and then at Sprout. I almost called you Zephyr because they were literally told what odd stood for.
Oh,
Dude.
listen, I'm a little stupid. Anyway, Sprout
Yeah,
would have
Wait,
been.
what do you mean?
Sprout would have
Sprout is
not done
Zephyr.
it dumb.
Do you know they switched places like 20 sessions ago?
Oh my
I would
god.
actually laugh at something like
Remind
that.
me what odd stands for. I'm stupid and my brain doesn't work. Thumbs
Um,
up.
Ashton will then just suddenly say, by the way, do they happen to have anything related to, I don't know, moon stuff in the occult department?
Yeah, we have a member of the Lunar Church.
Interesting. So, are we being brought up there then on friendly terms, so we can just ask questions?
Well,
what?
personally, I have to pack all of this stuff up, but I can give you a card they'll recognize.
That'll work.
Last time I had anything to do with the moon, it was a moon cookie, and that made me see some weird stuff, man.
Oh, you've had moon cookies. What are those?
Yeah, they were a thing back where I came from. I don't know exactly what it was, but man, I saw stuff. One of the other recruits gave me one. And that was a weird night. One would note that Tail has her headphones on one of her ears, and she is kind of bopping her head to whatever she's listening to.
I'm going to assume it was drugs. Usually it is drugs.
What does medicine have to do with cookies?
That is just say that certain ingredients can be added to popular foods to make them a little bit more interesting for your nights. I've
Huh.
heard of people call, they get a little woozy. They start their eyes start to get a little red after a while, but they get really hungry.
That
So you
sounds like
kind of just do this. You just kind of get over the hunger. At the same time, while you're getting jiggy with it, as the youngins would say. I am young. What the fuck am I talking about? My character's young. What the fuck?
nah. The cookies I had like, I was seeing some weird stuff. If I even saw like past life stuff, it was kind of trippy.
All right, I
The
am
door
not
would
entirely sure
open.
what's.
I'm sorry.
Let's walk and talk, people.
I agree. Just go on a fucking tangent.
Drugs later. Right now, we're doing this.
This could involve drugs.
Gestures.
I just want to
Yeah,
say, Twitch Sama, none of us officially endorse any kind of drugs that are not prescribed by your doctor.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Don't use anything especially don't take anything from people you don't know.
I agree.
Anyway, don't do drugs, kids. We're gonna go solve a mystery.
But if you do any, do the fun ones. I'm kid. I kid. I kid. Where am I going?
We're going uppies.
Or the fact that I'm getting
Puppies.
lost.
Oh god.
All
I'm
right,
not
Ashton,
dragging all three of them.
Ashton will use the card that she was given on the door to the 5th floor.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Or I'm going like the wrong way like several times at this point.
So I might need to be moved because my page froze. Whoops.
The door
Third
beeps,
floor, I'm
though it is
assuming?
the door beeps, though it is a strangely non-mechanical beep. Suspiciously non-mechanical beep.
What does it sound like? Does it sound like
Beep.
someone saying beep?
Yes. It sounds like someone said beep.
Before Ashton proceeds, she'll just ask, is anyone there?
The reader just
Where are we
beeps
going to again?
Ashton will poke the
The
reader.
5th floor.
The
The
fifth
reader
floor?
is
Okay.
metal. It feels like you
Wonder-
would expect it to.
I wonder if this is like a door mimic or something. I heard of one once, but never a small one like this thing.
Ashton will open the door.
You hear an inquisitive and confused beep.
Yeet.
Why is this beep confused?
Why is it saying beep?
Okay, Ashlyn opens the door. Does anything happen?
Well, the door swings open outwards away from you, revealing another room.
Man,
Something does indeed happen.
That is quite confusing. Why would the door open to another room?
I can't see anything.
Wow, Zephyr and Sunny are just conveniently right here already. Damn, they beat me. Anyways.
They are very,
Just that
very quick.
talented.
They
Ash-
just crawled through the vents.
Ashlyn
Exactly.
will check the next door.
I'm actually gonna have Tail talk to the
There
card
seems
reader
to be a
again.
card reader.
We'll swipe it.
This one also says beep.
Okay, I'm beginning to think this is a quirk of the card.
I don't know. Maybe the card reader is just really talkative. You never know.
This is normal. It is a confirmation that it read the card and that you are permitted to enter.
Like I said, it's
Have we
all-
The
tried
door
the
beeps
password?
affirmatively in response to this.
How do we know the mood of this door?
Do doors normally talk in the city? I'm not used to this.
Is the door unlocked?
Yes.
Okay. Ashlyn will then also just before she proceeds, she'll just say, to the reader, if you're a form of AI, beep 3 times.
The reader beeps 4 times.
Apparently it's also a
Fascinating. Oh
smart-
my gosh.
You
Apparently
know
it's
what
also a
Hello?
smart ass.
you know what artificial intelligence is, but you don't know how a card reader works.
It beeps 5 times.
I'm so confused.
Not you.
Ashlyn will just say, well, normally they don't make card readers have a vocalized beep like that. And, so, as far as I'm concerned, could it be an intercom? Could this being the odd floor be the one that they decide that their card readers should actually be metal elementals? You never know.
I don't know. That sounds like it'd be pretty kick-ass if you ask me.
I speak in a strange language to the door to the card reader to see if it's a metal elemental.
So how do you test for if it's a metal elemental?
I have some features for that. I just need to find them real fast. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Come on, Kane. Voice of the elements. You can speak with the secret tones of elements you channel, finding words in the crackle of a flame, the grinding of stone. Your kinetic aura grants you these benefits while active. I guess I activate my kinetic aura and try talking to the door.
You make a strange metal sound, and the door just beeps again in confusion once more.
It's not an elemental.
Well, I would be
No,
pretty
when
confused.
I see people speak the doors, I think they've got scurvy.
Well, if I was spoken to like that with a metal shriek, I would be confused too.
That's the language of metal.
I beg
That's
your
not the language.
pardon?
That's not the language of metal.
My
This is
guitar
the language.
completely disagrees.
I was about to say, this is the language of metal. And Tail uses her speakers to play some metal music.
Starts
Is
playing
that the...
Team Star battle music.
I was
Maybe.
gonna say like fucking Metallica. Just the most generic fucking metal band ever.
God, a world with metal elementals. How would metal music sound? Fascinating thought process.
I believe it would sound like metal music.
How do you know that?
Well, it is metal, it is music. No? Metal music.
Yeah, didn't you know metal elementals like to sing?
Yes, yes, you'll see there we could I could come up with a band here. Let me think here. Metal music.
One of the guards comes down the hallway. Hey, what are you doing?
Hell,
Ashton will
literally
come
playing.
over. Oh, go on.
I was just gonna say, Hale is literally playing a metal version of "Devil Went Down to Georgia" from her trackpad.
Ashton will just rush over, hold up the card, and said, we're being given a bit of a tour."
Who's giving you a tour?
Well, she said we could go up here before her. She had to clean up.
But then she's not giving you a tour. Otherwise, she'd be here too.
Well, but this is her card.
Is her card giving you a tour?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess we're giving ourselves
does-
a tour, but she allowed us to give ourselves a tour, if that makes sense.
You could ask the card.
The guard
Not
eyes
hard
you
now.
suspiciously roll to persuade them. Roll diplomacy.
For Ashton?
I'm gonna fucking roll.
No, Flynn.
Hold up. I need to find my character.
Wait, what just... Oh, there. Okay.
There we go. All right, starting off strong.
I'm pretty sure the card is not animate, nor do the executives' cards answer questions.
Oh, we just heard the door talk. Why can't the card talk?
You did not hear the door talk.
Here, just come with me. And I point to
They-
the door that we were just at.
I don't
They are
think Phoebe
confusing.
announced that.
They're confusing
And-
the confirmation beep of the door with communication.
The guard
Was that
just...
not a form of communication?
The guard just is... I think I would know if there was some form of communication that used beeps.
Yes, it is a door. It had confused beeps. It had affirmative beeps. All sorts of beeps.
I would like to roll to see if I know about Morse code.
I will allow you to roll society for that.
Can I roll esoteric lore at a -2?
Do it. Sure. Go ahead.
You know, perhaps I might just. Meanwhile, expertly
Okay.
getting us into another funny situation.
Oh my god, did you guys know that Fauna and Flora is live? Crazy.
Holy cow. The fauna flora. That's crazy. I didn't know about this.
You gotta be kidding me. I better subscribe.
You should subscribe
Okay.
to Fauna of
On
Flora.
sync?
Yes, please.
And if you don't, a certain Tengu will come up here and try to raise you at a bar. And or speak nonsense about
That is a threat.
pop culture references.
So anyway, Ashlyn does know that Ashlyn is aware of Morse code.
Okay, she says, well, there is a way to communicate in all beeps. It's called Morse code.
You see, I'm not crazy. And I just gesture.
How do you understand beeps?
Well, so for example, if you do 3 rapid beeps, like beep, 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 that means S. And then if you were to do them slower, but also 3 in a row, like beep, 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 that means O. Just as an example. So each one is each of those things is a letter. And you just kind of have to be really good at noticing when it's a pause and not a, you know.
That sounds like an overly complicated language. Why wouldn't you just use a crystal ball?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
How?
people just needed something that could be broadcast and they didn't have magic.
By the way, stream does not see any board.
Yeah, it's restarting, so I had to restart OBS.
Gotcha.
It takes a few tries to get Foundry.
Just
tried
let
using
you
a
know.
crystal ball. I tried using a crystal ball once by accidentally. I started talking to a demon, but she was really nice. And she told me a story about a fox she once knew with big ambitions. I think she was trying to tempt me to, like, make a deal with her, but she had to go. So I didn't get to finish the conversation. I'm actually a little disappointed in that.
Oh.
You have quite interesting stories.
Alright, you guys seem incredibly suspicious. Yeah, we've kind of been trying to tell your system about the insane amount of issues going on with this computer, and it only ever piles up. Like now. Yeah, we're usually looking for things happening more than once. We only had one OBS crash report. No, you have not. You have had many OBS crash reports. I see. Like multiple per day crash report. Multiple per stream. That's why we stopped streaming. Oh. Yes, because we don't want to ping everyone 5 times every fucking time we go live. Okay.
Perhaps it is time to, open up the wallet and
I have
produce a better machine.
Sorry, what is the last thing you heard the guard said?
We are suspicious. We're very suspicious people.
Okay. Says you guys are seeming really suspicious. I'm gonna report you to the odd department.
I feel like we are not odd at all.
I mean,
No, what are you talking about? We are very odd. Wait, what is that again? Tell me.
Hang on,
I mean,
Ashlyn,
we are actually looking to speak with the odd department.
Wait,
yeah, this is actually where we went to go.
Okay. The guard would just look at you strangely. That seems oddly convenient, doesn't it?
Perhaps
You
it's
know,
fate.
We're in the odd
you're really
department.
good at puns
I mean,
as
if we're in
well.
the
Wait,
odd
what do you mean
department,
puns? They
You
think
said
about it.
oddly, the odd department, I have to explain these jokes. It makes it less funny.
They just look at you. Oh, that was a pun. I
You
intend
get
to make.
it. High five.
They give a high five back.
Hale just makes this big groan. Oh,
I like it. I like this person. You're doing great.
Hale actually falls over on her back.
All right, fine. I guess we're going inside.
Yes, I get to meet the lunar priestess.
Finally, I get to learn what odd means.
They just open the door. They go over, open the door, and escort you all in.
Gee, thanks, wall. I know I can't walk through a wall.
Yoink, yoink.
Blech.
Yeah. Flower, that is quite odd, indeed.
Dude, that's trippy.
Something's odd about this.
You don't say. What gave it away?
Let's just say it's a little case of environmental storytelling.
That I buy. Subscribe to Fun Flora so you can get really odd.
True.
It-
Anyway, you find yourselves in a room where a ritual seems to be being conducted. 5 blue candles are lit all around a giant, probably magic circle. You don't know, you haven't rolled for it.
Is there anything I can roll to try to identify it?
Occult.
I'm a divine. I don't have it. Occult.
You don't know if this is a
You have
real
a
occult
cult?
circle or if it's just for swag purposes.
I rolled I got 14.
But you do know from swag lore, those of you who have it, that is a very swaggy circle.
Whoa, that thing is really trippy. What do you think it's doing? She asked the rest of the party. Extremely casually.
Ashlyn can tell that they are trying to perform a sacred ritual to form a contract with the Anteater Dimension.
Wait a second. So this is your method of pest control? She asked, going up to the most fancily dressed person in the room.
This is one of our many pest control techniques. Jesus proudly before looking over and realizing that she does not know who she said that to.
Ashton will then hold up the card from Kara again.
God damn it, Kara. She just says to herself.
So this is one of your forms of pest control?
Ashton will then say they're actually tapping into the anteater dimension. So it's, I guess they're getting anteaters to put onto into people's yards that have a lot of ants, and it's a really interesting way to do it. Although, do the anteaters go back when they're done?
No, that's silly. You wouldn't summon a bunch of anteaters to the yard. You make sure that the people are not watching the yard, and then you open a portal that sucks in all of the ants to the anteater dimension.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
Oh.
that is quite fascinating.
So you're feeding them all there.
Yes, and in exchange, they give us special types of logs that we can use to form incense to create barriers that keep demons away.
Whoa. Part of me wants to roll an insight, the other half of me wants Tail just to believe that. I'm gonna go with just having her believe that because
You know what?
Listen, here's the funny part. When you have the I want to believe poster, you could just choose not to roll.
Tell you what. Here you go. Since voter.
Ashlyn
I choose to
completely
believe
believes
this.
all of this. It seems entirely accurate, like they would never lie to her.
All right.
I've never been lied to.
Ashton would then say, also, I heard you were a moon priestess.
I am not a moon priestess.
Oh, is there a moon priestess on the floor?
You would be the floor manager.
Ah, okay. I'll have to meet her too.
I am a star priestess.
Oh, that's just as cool. Carry on.
They seem to beam with pride. You get the sense that it doesn't take much to stroke their ego.
Can you, like, summon stars and stuff? What can a star priestess do? Other than cool big ritual circles like this.
Well, no, you wouldn't summon stars. Stars are massive and hot. They would basically eradicate the entirety of the planet. Instead, you
Oh.
draw power from them and summon star-themed celestials, who are like miniature stars.
I kind of wish I was a star priestess. I could make some stage effects with summoning, being able to summon mini stars.
It's a great responsibility. You don't just get to summon them all willy-nilly for fun.
Oh, I see.
What if I want to summon them willy-nilly?
I
How would
mean,
I
That'd be a bad thing, it sounds like.
yeah, you should stick to illusion magic for that.
You'd commit an anathema and then be hunted down by the church for the rest of your days.
That does not sound fun. I'll take a pass on that one.
I typically recommend people take a pass on that one.
You know,
Maybe
admittedly,
something for later.
admittedly, sometimes I have these weird dreams where the stars start talking to me about horrible events that are to come, and then they actually happen. It's less fun when they actually happen.
I'm still waiting to figure out what the darkness of dragons refers to. They just mutter to themselves.
Oh my fucking god.
Blinks. I don't do much of the darkness stuff. Do you do any of the darkness stuff, Ashlyn?
Kinda.
Oh, are you like a dark dragon?
No.
I didn't discover, like, the secret bad guy in the group. Darn.
Don't worry about it. Our ban list has actually been quite successful at nerfing the Dark Armed Dragon.
Oh,
You're what?
gods.
Never forget goat format.
Forget what?
Never forget goat format.
Okay. I'm
Paolo,
glad
it
that's
sounds
what
like
you not
it sounds
something
like you've
else.
forgotten what goat format is, Paolo. Do you
I
have
think I
anything you
have
want to say
forgotten
I
that?
what
believe
goat
we've all
format
forgotten.
is. What is goat format? I must be informed.
Where must you be informed at?
The goats, obviously.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh joke. Anyway.
I had never seen Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wow.
Yay.
Ashton will then say, before I go look around elsewhere, I do have an important question. Are there any star magic rituals you could teach me that aren't company property?
Most star magic rituals are not company property. They come from our contract with the church.
Oh, well, I just mean, we kept hearing this thing about spies and not wanting spies to be on this floor or whatever because the magic, yada yada.
How do you become a star priest anyway? Or, well, yeah.
Does it involve many years of hard work and labor and learning about the ways of the profession?
No. Typically, our god just sees something incredible in you and decides to help you harness that thing.
Oh,
Well,
so
that's boring.
so I have to impress a god? Huh. I
Well,
wonder if I
no,
could
impressing a god is really hard. You typically shouldn't want to have to do that.
I was just wondering if I could write a song that makes a star god like me. So I could write a song that makes a star god like me. What else can I write a song to make like me?
Maybe a sea shanty about the stars in the sky to help you navigate the life and all of its wonderful mysteries.
Typically, when you're trying to amuse the Star God, you have to invent some kind of incredibly effective enchantment that does something cool.
What about the star chart?
No, anyone
we
could
already
do
have-
that.
Well, that's all I have. That's all I've got.
Hale rears up on her hind legs, thinking and crossing her arms. She's thinking hard enough. The steam is actually coming from her trackpad and headphones.
Ashton just thinks for a moment and then says, I should enchant a sapphire that lets you enter people's dreams.
That sounds a little intrusive, don't you think?
No, I think
I
a
don't
dream
know.
visitor would be pretty cool.
What about a ruby shaped like a heart that lets you hear the music of someone's actual soul?
Anyway,
That
before we
seems a
get too
little bit
off topic,
metaphorical,
before we
but
get too off topic,
Sorry.
we're just on tangents today.
Wait, Ashton says, oh, there's one other idea. What about a pebble that can turn your worst enemy into a statue? Anyways.
you know, I've often wondered about that. Or just turning them into a trash can.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay. I gotta stop. I'm dreaming too hard.
You're indulging.
I
in
don't
our
know what the
needs.
hell's happening anymore.
Don't worry about it.
In the great words of my crew, we're just jacking around.
Okay, so anyway. I gotta control myself. Alright, back on topic. The paladin would just say, so then, why are you here?
Honestly, Kara just suggested we check out this place. I don't know the full details.
We're looking for potential leads to the reasons for the delay of the statue of Fuega.
You just call it like that Flagra lady Fuega?
Oh, I guess they would also be talking to Electra, who owns the company. But I don't know if she's on this floor.
Didn't we like made an appointment to talk to her? Hell,
Typically, paladin would start, is how you see her. I don't understand why you would come here without an appointment. This seems needlessly complex.
That's for
Honestly,
like adventurers, and everything has to be stupidly complex.
yeah, honestly, it was just suggested that we do things the more fun way.
I mean, look at this, and I just pull out my rapier pistol. It is always more fun when things are complicated.
Why would you combine a rapier with a pistol?
If you want the more long-range feel of a pistol, but you don't want to take up the bag space for that and a rapier, you just kind of put two things together, and you can make it work.
I feel like having a
I've
rapier
done just
attached to
fine.
a pistol does not solve that problem and still requires you put a pistol and a rapier in a bag. In fact, that seems like it would make it more complicated.
Exactly, you get it. It is more complicated. Makes it more fun.
I'm pretty sure it's to give you a free hand that while you can single-handedly stab someone with a rapier and then shoot them.
Don't give away my secrets.
You know, I'm really beginning to think that we should invest in countermeasures against adventurers like you. You may actually represent a unique threat that we've never paid attention to before this day.
What do you mean the unique threat? We're just a little crazy.
You make a good
At least
point.
I am.
If you're going to do that, I will invest in your stocks.
You want to invest in your own demise? Sign me up. I'm here for it too.
He just looks in confusion and then walks away.
Even Kale's like, what? I think you actually like scared them.
What? We want to
Poor
invest in the
Sprout
company.
left Sunny and Zephyr behind.
Listen, we're
just here
just
to
assuming
invest.
that they're with me all the time because we keep moving around so much.
Well, yeah, but I moved them to your floor and everything.
Thank you. Why are they both missing the same amount of health?
Fuck, that's why.
Why are they fucking level 9 again?
Maybe that's why they're missing the same amount of health.
Ignore me, go on. Continue onward.
It is a skill issue, apparently.
It's not a skill issue. It
Just
keeps
make
doing
them
this
higher
to
level
me.
than the party. So when they de-level, they only de-level to be the same level as the party.
True.
Acid will just explain. Look, the reason I would invest in the venture that she mentioned is because doing more to take care of problematic adventurers makes society better, and I want to do that.
Don't
But you are also a problematic adventurer, no?
I don't know.
You,
Look,
think
this is
it
the
just
first
makes
time.
things more fun. That's
This is
my
my
rationale.
See, this is my first time being on an adventure. I don't really have the data to know if I'm a problematic adventurer yet.
That is true. I would just use the data to, make myself a little bit stronger, a little bit more unpredictable. Perhaps odd?
Sprout would notice a certain type of creature walking in through the wall, one that he has met before on his adventure.
Where?
Look at the map. How do you not
I'm
remember?
looking at the map.
It's the Underweasel.
It's a ferret.
Wait, Paolo, do you not remember?
I was looking around the map everywhere except for next to my.
Yes, they walked into the room through the wall, right next to you.
As any
Sprout
creature would.
yelps and jumps in the air a little bit.
Wait, the walls are walkthrough?
Whoa. How'd you do
Now
that?
that is quite interesting.
Sprout, heaving for breath, says, "No, that's just a vampire thing."
The walls are not walk through. Well, to you anyway.
Oh,
Also,
Right.
I'm not a thing, I'm a weasel.
Wait.
Hello there, my little friend. What is your name? And I walk up to the weasel.
Wait, you're a vampire? Like an actual, like, undead vampire?
Yeah, I met them a long while back. Oh
Look
boy,
at how
it's been a
adorable
while.
you are.
What do you mean I'm not adorable, and also my name is Sal.
Nice to meet you, Sal. You're so cute.
Why? I will bite you.
I-
I'm gonna attempt to bite or not bite. Pets.
Don't worry
Acid,
about it.
Acid will say, actually, if you go based off of the fact that A and being the first part of many words can mean not, which means that since you just had to walk through the wall instead of the door, you kind of are adorable.
That does not make sense. I can walk through doors.
Can
but
I
you
do a
choose not
pets
to.
check? Can I do a
Don't
pets-
worry about it, Sal.
I want to roll the
All over.
pets.
Again.
How
The
have you
weasel
been
just
recently?
goes up to the wall, touches it, and it opens like a door, and they walk through it. And they walk through it again.
So the wall is a
What?
door. Oh my gosh. It is very much adorable then. I get it. I get the comment.
I
No.
am not adorable. Like this is literally the proof that I am not. You just said that this is how I
But
prove
you
that I'm
just use the
not.
wall like a door.
How
Use
are the
wall
rest
like a
of the
door.
underwater vampires doing? Is everything okay?
Oh, pretty well. We basically turned the entire order of paladins that was trying to hunt us, and then we had a lot of drinking competitions. We're good friends now.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Huh? So you're
Flynn
like,
is going to continue to attempt to pet Sal.
can I roll athletics to push Flynn aside so I can actually ask them a question?
You're gonna have to roll against me because I'm trying to pet. The
Actually, technically, Flynn would have to go through you to get to the weasel, so
all right, so
that would be the
perfect.
opposite.
All right, I'm roll. Actually, can I roll acrobatics? So I can just
No. Athletics.
Okay, definitely walk around. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We roll athletics. I'm athletic, guys.
You do not succeed.
No,
Ashtabel.
Tail
my
grabs
God.
you with her
Wait,
tail.
wait,
and
wait, wait.
actually,
Okay, Tail then Ashlyn.
when Flynn tries to push past, as Tail actually grabs him with her tail and just yeets them backward. No.
Ashlyn.
That is so rude.
Wait. Ashlyn.
Ashtabel will say, anyways, what the vampire weasel named Sal has proved is that they're actually Waldorable.
Tail wants
Wouldn't
to
it be a
get
wallable
falls over.
star?
I am not a wallaby. I am a weasel. I am Weasel.
Uh,
Well, of course
You
you're
look.
not a wallaby. You aren't insectoid.
what?
What?
Wallaby.
I got it for what it's worth. I got it.
I got it. I got it. I'm just
Oh
trying.
my god.
Actually, okay. Can I roll
Lynn
a?
is liking these buttons.
Can
Wait,
I
Tail.
roll a unarmed attack at myself for the level of facepalm?
No, you would just succeed. You'd roll damage, if anything.
That's why I meant to ask if I just roll damage.
So why exactly are you hanging out with these weirdos? Wait, are you bringing them in?
I don't even know what to tell you. I'm not. It's been a long. It's been a.
So, Sprout, is vampire one of your friends?
Yeah. Although haven't seen them in a while.
Well then,
Me and
Is this
multiple
really
other
your
people,
friend?
including Silzaji, went on an underwater adventure and came across a collective of vampires all living underwater because they don't need to breathe and it's a good place to live. And Sal is one of them.
well then, well then, if you're like a friend of Sprout's, then you gotta be a good friend. Sprout seems to pick really good friends.
Oh. Honestly, that's pretty cool that you're a sea weasel.
You see someone else walk through the wall.
Ashtabel
Once
then
again,
turn around
Sprout
and
jumps into the air.
Ashtabel then turn around and point and say, "You're pretty."
Stop doing
Yes,
that.
I
But they can
am.
just
But
walk through
why are
walls.
you
I need to
here?
learn this trick.
Kara suggested we come check this place out.
Of course, it's Carl.
But she was
Man,
thinking about you.
man, this like is Tara like
I'd imagine that
annoyed
whenever
with
she thinks of shenanigans, she thinks of me. I usually have to clean them up.
Ah, well, as long as your name isn't Shannon and all that.
You tried to open up a portal to another dimension because she thought that it would feel like real stakes when they were playing the game. And it was real stakes. And demons.
Oh, man, that is an intense game. I only got to watch. Seemed cool, though.
Wait, so why didn't she open a portal to the Fox dimension while we played?
He has
That's
tried.
horrible.
He is still searching for it.
I
He
I think
often
it is.
they
I
were
think is a. You take a
Wait,
left in
wait,
the wolf
wait,
dimension.
wait, phones,
Okay.
wait. Go on?
I think you take a left in
No,
the
no,
wolf
someone else is
dimension.
speaking. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
I think the more appropriate dimension for her to open up, given her simulation, would have been that hairless ape dimension.
Yeah, I don't know why she even thinks about that. Sounds like a really miserable place to live.
Oh, wait, but we don't have the spell to turn them all into foxes, so I don't see the point in that.
Anyway, how do I get you guys processed? I really don't want to deal with more of Kara's shenanigans, and the longer you stay here, the more likely it is that you are going to trigger some event that she somehow managed to plan that causes me to waste another 5 hours cleaning up.
We're just looking for information on potential delays on the statue.
Ah, that's...
We've been able to isolate it to a potential supply chain issue.
Which is very odd. Don't you think?
I guess. It's not the oddest thing. Tons of people don't like people like Lagra.
Wait, why?
You do anything in the world and people won't like you for it. People like things to stay relatively the same and normal.
Sounds real boring.
Ah,
Yeah, well, we would be out of a job if people felt otherwise.
yeah, they probably call you because they saw one spider in their bathroom.
Either way, if you're looking for that
These
kind of information, you need to go to the CEOs.
Like, what else does the odd division here do? All got a cool looking operation going.
Well, honestly, we got this incredible tip that there were a bunch of demon slayers, and all we had to do was get in contact with them, and they would help us reinforce the dimensional barriers. So we followed the instructions, and eventually we, well, went to the place that had been prescribed, only to find out that they wanted a dragon. And then the
Wait,
people with
what?
the dragon wanted red mahogany. But not stuff that came from this dimension, mind you. And we've been trying to figure out trades ever since. It was only supposed to be one small favor.
But you ended up on a chain of fetch quests.
He just looks at abject horror.
Man, that sounds like basic training.
You know, I remember doing fetch quest type things back in the day. I would go into town to buy bottles of rum for my mates, and it would just turn into this big fucking brawl. You don't have any money. Why are you here? And I'm just like, I just want me some rum, man.
That sounds more
And
like you were like trying to steal something.
no, that not it. That is not what I was doing. You're reading way too deep into this. It's much simpler. I was just, doing a delivery to the
Like
ship.
without paying for the goods, huh?
Let's say it was already paid somewhere along the way. I mean, it got to the store, right? Somebody had to pay somewhere.
Anyway, is this all you're really looking for? Because we really, really don't need
How
the
do we
next.
How do we get an appointment with the CEO?
Well, typically you call in advance, but seeing as how you've already arrived here, I feel like you don't really value appointments.
Don't really value what? Appointments?
Yes.
Okay,
I
good.
was outvoted.
I was like listening to music a little too hard, so I just kind of followed along.
I like the
Well,
direct method.
see, while we were talking to people in the tavern, this one kitsune with like wild rainbow colored hair
Electra.
suggested that she had a friend here that liked the adventurous sort that got into trouble, and that would we should do that to meet her first. That's kind of how it went.
Gotcha. He just sighs, resting her head in her hand. Why do I have to deal with this? I need a
You don't
race.
have to. Just let us through.
You would be surprised how many people say that exact line to me.
Oh, no, I'm very familiar with why people would say that.
I'm saying you would be surprised by how many, though.
No, I would not.
What if I told you it
I.
was 20?
No way. I thought this was 19.
I mean, you never said I had to be honest. So it seems like I was right.
I'm very surprised. Carry on, carry on.
Anyway. Well, I guess one of the CEOs was staying late anyway, so maybe they'll let you in. Or they'll beat the shit out of you. I'm really hoping for the latter.
Also, Tail slightly waves the tip of her tail and makes a bucket of water appear over their Tengu friend to dump on them.
Oh, Asuna then asked, by the way, since you're a priest, can you tell me about the lunar religion stuff?
Oh, you have to make a beautiful offering under the night sky, some work of art.
So, make an interesting enchantment and make a work of art under the night sky. I'll try these.
Meanwhile, Flynn over here is just like trying to just brush off all the water and on his little feathers.
Ashen then
To
just
try a little bit hard to
Ashen will
get
then
under
just
my skin.
Ashen will pull out a notebook suddenly and just say, since I actually did learn a little bit about the whole goal of the Stars religion, what are like the teachings of your religion?
Honestly, it kind of depends who you ask. Sometimes our God really does seem like they're made up of at least three different people. So sometimes they'll be talking about how you need to explore more of the deepest depths of the ocean. Others, they say that you need to spend more time on clouds. And it's a lot of really strange, contradicting edicts, and if you can handle that, then they're perfect for you.
Interesting.
But also, you can get around some of that by just making pretty art for them.
Fair enough.
Does musical art count?
I have no idea all the things that they would consider art. You could probably debate them into considering some things art.
I'll make note of this for herself.
So then, I answered all of your questions. Are you going to be the people on the next floor's problem now?
Yes, of course. Just
Yep.
take us there.
I would rather not. Every second that I'm with you is another second that I could be finding out what in the world Kara has planned today that is going to destroy my night.
I can come back and help you clean up.
Oh, do you know how to destroy dragon scale mimics?
What was that?
Do you know how to destroy dragon scale mimics?
Dragon scale mimics?
It's a creature she invented. I don't know how. I don't know if she pulled it from another dimension. I don't know if she hired a wizard. I don't know if she's secretly that adept at magic. I don't know if she wished it into reality. But I learned, and I had to clean them up.
Um,
If it's
I
our
roll.
fault. Sorry.
I was gonna say I roll esoteric lore to see if Ashton might have an idea.
Okay.
I mean, if
I guess
it's
I can't
kind
roll
of
it
our
just for
fault
that.
that it's happening, it's only right
Sorry,
that we
roll it.
try to help clean up the mess.
Next is Jill.
I didn't hear what you said.
What were you gonna say, Teal?
I had said if I wondered if I could roll religion for it instead.
Ah. Ashton would think for a minute and then say, "Oh, for the dragon scale mimics, it's not about actually trying to dispel the mimics. What you actually need to do is target dream magic."
Dream magic. No, 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 you're not telling me what this is. The more I know, the more it's possible that this becomes real. If I don't know, it can't be real.
I don't think that's how that works.
It has to
Yeah,
be
don't
how
do-
that works, because if it isn't how that works, then I don't know how I. Oh, stream view got left behind, by the way. Oh, yeah.
Oops. Oh, okay.
Because if I have if that's not true, I have no way of making sure that none of this happens, that all of this bullshit stays unreal. No, I will not let the floodgates be opened by that absolute maniac. You will not say anything. I will not learn this. I will not understand. It will not be more real. She just
Okay,
starts
well,
muttering
then-
to herself.
Ashton says, "Okay, it's fine. Then don't learn about it. I'll take care of it myself. I know how to do it."
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you sure that's how it all works? I mean, there are things that are
No.
real that you don't
No.
see.
No. Just
No.
leave them be.
And
The
you know what? I'll
vampiric
just stop.
weasel just goes over and pats her on the shoulder assuringly.
We'll just deal with it later. It's fine.
Look,
I use
th-
rapid flash to dump another bucket of water on the Tengu.
Well, once again, Flynn just shakes off the water. He has
Oh my
waxy
God.
feathers.
Ashton will
Penguin
just say,
moment.
look, all you have to understand, Miss, I didn't get your name.
Which one?
The cat.
Oh, they call me Lunala.
Okay, so Luna, look, I have ideas of what's causing these dragon scale mimics to appear. I think I know how to dispel it. But if you don't want to know too much of the details, I can spare you those. And I'll just
I
come
do
back
not
later.
want to know the details. I don't need to know the details.
Okay, then I will come back later and help you.
Very well.
help.
Just go to the next floor, please.
Flynn is going to attempt to pet the weasel on the way out.
The weasel bites Flynn for 5 damage.
For 5 damage.
Flynn is
Wait, that's
no
just an auto.
vampire.
Wait, that's an auto hit.
God.
Hold on. I want them to roll against my DC.
Fine, you know what? I will do it. I will fucking do it. Let me go
Jesus
find their
Christ.
stats.
It's locked.
I'm tempting the fates by petting this weasel.
I just want you to understand they will be able to land a crit, and if they do, I will deal the appropriate damage.
Perfect. That's exactly
Oh,
what I'm here
no.
for.
What's your AC?
26.
They do. And a crit.
It's a crit. Let's go. What happens?
You take 29 bleed damage.
Ooh.
20 bleed damage?
29 persistent bleed damage as the vampire viciously bites you.
Oh, 29.
Yes. Also roll a con save.
Hold on.
God damn it.
I need to do the math. Why can't I do the math? 107, I think. Yeah. 107 HP. I need to do con save. Where's my constitution?
It's a fort, I believe.
Fort save. Okay, it's fort. $34. Okay.
Alright, I just want you to know the meme parts of the session are going to stop soon, and there will be more serious things on the next floor.
Okay.
So, what happened to Flynn at this point? What happens?
Nothing that Flynn's aware of.
Oh
Tail
boy.
will
Flynn's
stomp
gonna be
on
like,
back.
oh, fuck. You've got the bite on you.
Tail
Little
stomps
one.
on back and attempts to lift Flynn up by the collar or of their outfit while she's on her all fours and drag him along. All right, that's enough of this out of you.
I'm just gonna go along with it while holding my my arm. Fucking hell! You should have told me that your friend hurts. Sprout.
Alright, do you swipe the key card?
I believe that would be up to Ashlyn. I'm pretty sure she's the one who has it.
1 second.
Is Ashlyn a keycard thief?
Aston will actually have handed the key card to Tail for a second and said, 1 second, I need to check on something.
Tail would drop Flynn to take the key card. Okay.
What is Flynn doing with the key card?
No. Flynn got dropped by Tail so she could
Oh.
take the card.
Oh. What the hell? So aggressive with me.
Hang on one moment. Actually, yeah, 5-minute break.
Okay.
5-minute break.
Very well.
The
I
5-minute
haven't
mean break.
done this in a while. Everybody, go drink water. You have to drink water. It is a Twitch redeem. Everybody go drink water right the heck now.
Flynn has
Alright.
already drank enough water from the rest of the party, just dousing it on
I'm not talking about Flynn, I'm talking about you. You, Mr. Bones.
I am trapped with a cat on my lap.
Not the
Well,
cat in the lap. I wish I had a cat in my lap.
Well, if things keep up, Tail is going to end up trying to eat the Tengu.
Oh no.
You can use your phone upstairs, you know. Oh, fuck. I fixed it. That tracks. Hey, are you there?
Hmm?
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry, I had a minor crashing issue. Okay, are you not gonna fuck with me now? Come on. At least OBS didn't crash in time. Apparently my graphics card is crashing every so often.
Eh.
Uh-oh.
On the bright side, it's something I have some idea of how to fix.
Oh, there was an update recently, I think. You might need to update your drivers if you haven't already.
Might need to do that too.
I need to go do that. I forgot. I will do it later, but I will open it so that I don't forget.
Alright, how many of you are back?
Hello.
Here.
I'm back.
I am here.
Alright, I believe that's all of you except for Dahlia, who, don't worry about that. They're doing a different in-character thing anyway. So, which of you presents the card to the reader?
Well,
Which of
since
you
it
is
was
ready to get their arm eaten off?
since it was given to Tail, and she only understands this so much as she's seen Ashlyn use it, she will be the one to use the card reader.
He slowly, gently flashes the card in front of the card reader. But unlike when Ashlyn used it, the door opens before the beep. A sinister beep.
Something's different this time.
That beep sounded a bit weird. Weird man.
I feel like some of your tokens aren't on the 5th floor, 6th floor.
I am fixing that.
I thought I was in the sixth. I am in the sixth floor. Okay.
My character is being moved.
Whee.
Doors. Excuse me, wall.
I approach the door at the end of the hallway and knock.
Wait, isn't that the door I just opened?
No, you opened the one on the staircase.
Okay.
The door doesn't budge. It is closed. Still. Mocking.
He'll go over and see if it's a card reader.
There is a card reader.
So she'll attempt to use the card again.
The door opens. And this time, The beep seems shy.
And she will wander through. Taking a slow look around. Then she'll look at the closest door and see if there's any sign near it.
Give me a second.
Okay.
That is not supposed to happen. There we go. You saw nothing.
It looked
You
away.
saw nothing.
Oops, that didn't
Yeah.
happen either. Hallow!
Hi.
You're not bringing around along Sprout or Zephyr. It's Suddy.
Oh shit! Now I'm stuck under. God damn it! Thank you.
Yeah, you need to be bringing along Sprout and Sunny. They're your faithful companions, Zephyr.
So do you open the
You
door,
know what?
Tail?
They're in the same square. It's fine.
Yeah. He'll push open the door or use this card if it needs to be.
The door opens. Doesn't seem to have been locked like all the other doors. And at the other end of the hallway, another door is open.
There are more doors in here.
Single file fucking line, everybody.
Hale will go to look through this door.
Flynn is going to start walking down the hallway.
Roll stealth.
Interested in.
Oh, never mind, too late.
Oh, stealth. I both need stealth where I'm going. I'm bleeding.
I suddenly
apparently.
cannot move Sunny. Oh, there we go.
You see a green and black dragon in the next room. They stare at you, quietly, assessing you into your soul.
Hale droops her ears at the soul-piercing stare.
You wouldn't happen to be an employee, would you? They say, approaching you.
Well, no, man. We were just here to talk to the CEO and stuff. But, man, this guy's giving me a spooky vibe.
They stare into your eyes again. Why are non-employees on the premises?
I mean,
What is your name? Just for
dude, I think we should handle this a little less boldly.
Dahlia's words echoes in your mind. If you know the name of the person who is threatening you, that is the last thing you know. Anyways,
Uh, well, like I said, man, we came here to meet with the CEO to talk about a statue and stuff.
What did you come to talk to me about? Statue. Why did you come to talk to me about a statue?
Well, we had been hearing folks were really slowing down the process on that memorial to someone really important, and they're pretty important to some of my new friends. So I was wondering, like, why would you get in the way of it? I guess I think.
They approach Tail again. You want to know why I wouldn't get in the way of building a memorial statue to Flagra? Roll will save.
Please. Alright, hold it.
Well, you don't lose your shit
Hale
yet.
poofs herself up looking quite unnerved. Well, yeah, it's really important to my friend Sprout, and, well, the way it sounds, there's some kind of big national hero and stuff. So, why would you want to, like, impede all that?
You have evidence I have impeded all of that.
No, I guess I just kind of
Assumed that I impeded the construction of a monument to a national hero. Correct?
Kinda.
And Flynn's gonna whisper to Sprout, and I was the rude one.
You, pirate, do you have some defense of your group?
My friend here is being a little bit too, well, for one, direct and confrontational. I'm more of a, get to talk and have a drink before we, begin any conflict type of person. Perhaps you have some knowledge on what is troubling the work site for, the construction of the statue.
I don't know why we would share any kind of classified company documents if we had any on that subject with you. As for the next question I have to ask, they seem to walk around assessing the party. They eventually walk up to Sprout. These creatures seem to follow you. You brought them here.
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
They are my charges, and I will protect them with my life.
And do you protect them with your life?
I have, and I will continue to do so.
So you have put yourself in mortal danger in order to protect these creatures, then?
Yes.
They just seem to think to themselves for a moment, quietly. They walk up to Zephyr for a moment.
I watched them the entire time.
They seem to be sizing up Sunny and Zephyr.
Sunny seems to be sizing them up back. Zephyr is Zephyr.
They just kneel down and pet Zephyr. I love
I was expecting something
foxes.
else. I was expecting something else to happen, but I can't say I'm surprised. This happens a lot.
Do you not realize that our company has a tremendously positive reputation when it comes to foxes?
Nah, I'm kind of still new to town, so I didn't really know much about your company.
What
It's
about
good.
Tengu? Perhaps.
if they're lucky. But it is part of our company policy document that we feed all of the stray foxes who come by our building every night. We have a set of guards that are specifically trained to carefully feed them.
That's lovely to hear.
You do your part. And I respect that.
Either way, I'm not leaking any company documents to you.
I
But
wouldn't
you
expect you
don't
to.
have to reveal documents. You could just, speak of them verbally and never say that you revealed them. Besides, I'm not much of a paper person, anyways.
I deeply apologize for the extremely unorthodox way we have come up to your office. We were following leads on the delay of the ceremony and ended up here. I do not wish to say that you or any of your work has caused it to occur. This is just where we have followed the trail.
It might not be that his work caused it, but that his work responded to incidents that impeded the delivery of the goods. If people are intentionally causing these infestations, then it's within your purview to want to deal with it, no?
Well, if you're looking for that information, you'd have to get it from the underground. Hypothetically, saying that our company was somehow involved in this, it would only be done through some group like the Thieves Guild. And you do not talk about operations with the Thieves Guild.
The implication was not to say that your company had something to do with the action, but you responded to it. Like, say, an infestation appeared that delayed shipments of the goods, and you did your job. Any
That which I could
strange
offer you. There were indeed a number of strange occurrences around the delivery of the equipment. Specifically, the holdups were from the Takumi.
We have reason to believe that that is the result of sabotage by a competitor. What can you tell us about these incidents? Did they have a commonality to them?
Roll diplomacy.
I should not be the one doing diplomacy, but I'm doing it anyway.
Uh-oh.
I believe in you.
You can do
definitely-
diplomacy. Don't worry.
We
Can I
definitely
roll
don't
to
have a
assist
bard.
diplomacy?
You can.
I'm at least trained.
I don't know why I'm not helping.
Do I just
either.
roll
should
like normal, or
probably-
is there any particular way to do this?
Just roll your diplomacy.
Secret or public?
Public.
Public.
Ha!
You know what? I'll help in diplomacy too. Why not?
Only one person can.
Never mind. I will not help in diplomacy.
Well, yeah, I already did it, so now I don't know.
Oh,
Unfortunately, that doesn't count, but I will
Bullshit.
give you a hero point.
I
The
I got almost the same.
the diplomacy roll is not successful, though.
Damn.
Should I have done that public?
Yes, but I will reveal
I
it
got
for
a
you.
7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The one time I roll a 20.
God damn.
Fuck me. Hang on a second. Graphics card event.
Graphics card
Okay.
event. That sounds
Oh no,
pathetic.
again.
You know, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot and
Another graphics card event has occurred. A GCE, if you will.
GCE.
That's what I was just thinking.
you
Sounds
too,
really
ca-
funny.
if you subscribe to Fauna Flora, you can prevent future graphics card events.
You will not receive a GCE if you subscribe.
Exactly.
To the rest of the
Don't
group,
be like Flynn and get bitten by a weasel that is a vampire. Subscribe to Fauna Flora.
to the rest of the group, the mannerisms, body language, and just the way John speaks is very uncanny.
Charisma +2, untrained 0. Oof.
No. If you're going to inquire about these things, you're going to want to investigate the Thieves Guild. They keep track of all sorts of events. Besides that, the warden who is presiding over some of the materials would have known.
And hypothetically speaking, if we were to go investigating the Thieves Guild, who might possibly be involved with this?
That depends if you have any intention of joining. You're unlikely to find any actual names unless you're going to make some kind of commitment.
I believe I could pull a few strings. In my line of work, I have interacted with these folk, for better or for worse. In other words, I'll be the fall guy. I mean, I look the part.
Does Sprout have any leads already on how to get in contact with the Thieves Guild? I don't think we hit that point. But I think it might have happened before.
No.
Okay.
Would you be joining the Thieves Guild, hypothetically?
I
Knowing
mean, I
that if
could.
you agree to that, it does constitute a contract.
A contract?
Vaguely uncomfortable with this.
In this hypothetical situation, I could be inclined to do so.
Very well. If that's the case, then I do indeed have a contact with them. I can at the very least be certain that you wouldn't do anything unscrupulous if you worked so hard to raise two beautiful foxes.
Indeed. They might as well be my own flesh and blood.
They call her the Lady of Fate, Moira.
Lady of Fate, what?
Moirae.
Moirae.
And where may this Lady of Fate be located?
Recently, she's been in the Takumi land, investigating some I can only tell so much about.
What was that place again that you said?
The
Takumi
Takumi.
territories.
Yes. I can arrange travel for you. I have a certain deal with them. I've been functioning as our company's liaison with these guild, I should say.
If such a thing were arranged, I would be quite grateful.
However, I do have other questions, especially for you.
Of course. And of course, after our conversation is over and we leave, I would never dare to imply that you had any dealings with this sort of organization.
I'm glad that we understand each other. You were given a special device a while ago, but not too long ago. Should have been by a rather shifty sort of cleric, a chaotic person, someone who likes bananas.
Do I?
A cleric who likes bananas.
Whatever it was.
They're referring to Loki.
I know that. However, I don't know what I was given because for whatever reason I didn't put it in my inventory.
I'll still count it.
Okay.
I would very much like that object. I'll make sure it reaches its destination.
Oh, I remember.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yep.
The
God,
flash
that was so
drive,
long ago.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. And just how did you know about that?
Tell me something, each of you, and be honest.
What day exactly would you like to know?
What if you knew of a woman who gave everything in order to protect something, betrayed her own people, seeing a greater good that she could serve? Would you honor her sacrifice, or would you see the people who she sought to help, the greater good that she was, quote, shown, unquote, as an evil thing that corrupted her, made her leave everything behind, perhaps even her very soul?
All I know is that destiny is often not left into the hands of one person, but rather many people. So it would be against my own wishes to serve myself to a queen who thinks that fate is hers alone to control.
And the rest of you,
I trust the chain of command.
Hmm. I suppose it would depend on what this greater good turned out to be, because I can understand it myself.
Very good. It's just often something them folks use to justify by putting all the burden on one person. Tail huffs.
If this greater good leads to destroying all the people it's meant to help, then what's the point of it?
what I'm asking you is, let's say that there is a person who had a great tie to nature and realized that there was a bunch of suffering that she could prevent for people who had no ties to nature and would ultimately be a danger to it. Let's say that she thought that she could lead them away from the dangerous place and that she was ultimately used, exploited, and abandoned by those people. What would you do with that information? Would you honor her sacrifice through betraying those people, or would you honor her sacrifice through taking her actions, even though it may end up with you the same?
No one person is more important than the well-being of nature.
Quite frankly, if it were a friend of mine, man, I would say fuck the people.
It would be irresponsible to think that one person with all of authority should dictate what the rest of the people should do, or what would happen to the rest of the people would be decided on their whim. I say it is the people's way, collectively, or not at all.
Let me put it this way. If you think that the hero who betrayed nature to try to get the people to live more in line with it, even though they were never to be convinced, if you think that action was wrong, then it is a good idea to give me that stick. If not, then I shall try to take it from you eventually.
Sprout holds it out to them.
I wasn't necessarily going to say no. I was just wondering how you knew that even happened. As far as I was aware, the only people who knew about the interaction were myself and my benefactor.
Perhaps when you see the inner workings of fate and destiny, you will understand exactly how I know. They accept it gracefully, putting it into their robes.
Hmm.
I will offer you this one bit of wisdom, beyond the help I've already given you. There are two forces that govern the world. There is the order that we've created in this society, and there is nature itself. You cannot always appease either. You will often have to make a choice. There are some people who make very foolish choices because they have very misguided hearts, filled with compassion, but not sense. Listen to those misguided by their compassionate heroism.
Mm-mm. Thank you for all of your assistance. And of course, we never had this talk.
I have never even heard of you before.
Hale remains entirely silent for the moment, still very intimidated by that other dragon.
They just go back to petting Zephyr. I'll see you later, Zephyr, you adorable fox, you.
Zephyr yips happily.
I would not recommend trying to pet Sunny. She is not typically receptive.
As Ashlyn is already in the room and petting Sunny.
Again, I say typically receptive.
Ashlyn will then glance at Nadir, stare at him for a moment, and then say, "Yeah, you could probably pet Sunny."
Jeez.
What's that?
Them, jeez.
No, Nadir uses he pronouns.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Yeah.
DM is misgendering.
I
Wow.
am.
We used to have a misgender jar. I'm not
and
joking.
Nadir, like he uses he pronouns. Nadir's just he, him, and be. But
Okay.
anyways, Ashlyn will stare at Nadir for a moment and then say, "I don't know. I think his vibe is good for Sunny. He could do it."
Nadir walks
Gross
over
jokes.
and pets Sunny, who breathes
Does
fire at
Sunny
him.
And this is why I always say that. Why does no one listen to me?
Nadir just eats the fire, however.
Sprout watches with a horrified expression.
And then Ashlyn will just nod knowingly and say, "See, Sunny just wanted to feed him."
What?
Am I the only person who's confused by what they just saw?
Nope, it's fine. Not gonna wonder about it. We've got business.
I want to wonder about it, maybe.
And then Ashlyn will just say, "Who's a good foxy, giving people thanks for the pets?"
Nadir just says, after several moments of silence, "It was very good fire."
Okay, that's wonderful. That's lovely. Yet another weird, strange, confusing thing that this little fox has done.
Perhaps it is
Because of
time
course
for
it
Odd
never
to
ends.
investigate, maybe? Perhaps. Even though it is a bit more of a primal thing and not an occult thing, maybe it could go that direction.
Do not
knows?
try to eat fire.
Ashlyn will just
Are
say,
you suggesting that I was going to eat fire?
I don't know what you're going to do. I never know what you're going to do. You're an enigma to me.
Oh, Ashlyn will just say, "I'm a little jealous. I want to know what the fire tastes like, but I
Probably
don't think I
tastes
can
like
eat it
fire.
properly."
How do you know what fire tastes like?
I don't. I'm making a guess.
Well, if you're
I-
saying that it is probably tasting like fire, that doesn't really tell us anything.
It
You
tastes like
don't know what fire tastes like.
It tastes like the ashes of a house that you've laid siege to for days and finally conquered, burning to the ground and feasting upon your enemies. falling
Now that's a way to
remains.
go about describing it.
Can I make another will save?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes, that
Whatever.
definitely sounds like the kind of fire that would come out of Sunny's mouth.
Tail
Um,
is moderately unsettled by all of this and this discussion.
Actually,
Flynn is
Sunny's
not bothered
flame.
by this at all. He is buying it all, basically.
Actually, Sunny's flames taste like a 20-year nemesis, a 20-year arch enemy that you finally crushed brutally, destroying their any chance at ever defeating you, and the joy that you experience as you watch them writhe in pain. And cinnamon.
again,
How pleasant.
I'm not shocked at all.
I'm not gonna roll a save for that. She's just outright afraid now. I'm actually looking for the status.
That's what
We
one would
should have a
call.
drink sometime. This would be a. We would have great conversation.
Ashton will then just stare at Nadir and say, "Oh my gods, I know what that's like."
That only
But,
makes her
my
terrified expression. Even
But Nadir, perhaps do you go to any bars? You know, so we could meet for the first time.
I do attend bars. Usually Electra and I will go out drinking at Fosky's place.
Perfect. Then I'll stumble by and meet you one day.
Excellent. I will consider the drunken dragon to be on you.
Perfect.
We'll have to go there so you can meet Sunny and Zephyr for the first time, because we never met here, of course.
Glad you understand.
legitimately just gave her 3 stacks of frightened because
Oh my god.
that fucked up.
You act like you saw dragonflies get conquered or something.
Not that again.
Ashton will just say, "I don't know. I met him once. It was on a park bench, and he was just sitting there, and he looked all wise and all knowing. And I walked up to him and said, 'What would you tell to someone who has lost their way in life?' And he had some incredible wisdom to dispense." She then winks at Nadir.
Nadir just nods quietly, knowingly.
Oh my god. Well, I think we've had enough venture for one night. What about the rest of you?
I still have
Well,
some trauma to unpack from my earlier excursions. And some
well,
physical trauma as well from the weasel.
I volunteered to help clean up any potential messes that Kara made, so I'll probably be here for at least a few hours more.
You guys have a medical ward. Just so I can get this checked out.
And I just show the
can,
bite mark.
I can help with that, dude. That tail
Ye-
said, seeming really shaken.
Yeah, tell your weasel friend that he is not very nice. Cool, but not nice.
That much healing for you.
I appreciate it.
Do all of you walk out of the room?
Yes.
Yep.
Tail very
Yeah.
stiffly walks out of the room.
Ashton will head out and she'll make her way back to the 5th floor and go to the management office.
That door is closed.
Open. Open
Maybe
door.
she won't.
I'm just standing in the doorway and I close the door.
Sprout
Oh,
calls
no.
after Sunny and Zephyr. We have to go now. So many foxes.
The door closes ominously, slowly behind you. You hear a creak before another one opens slowly.
You know,
Crispy
that
ball.
dragon knows how to do presentation quite well. I very much appreciate the art.
Time to carefully shuffle all of my fucking foxes into the goddamn room.
Good to see you again, Electra.
You see Electra seems to be sparkling.
My word, you're glowing. This is
I am not
Nice.
glowing, I am glittering. Some adventurers decided to leave a glitter bomb inside of my office, presumably from some irritated employee.
Oh my god. Acid will just say, you know, I feel like in another life I would have done that, but it wasn't me this time.
a glitter bomb. This is very infantile.
Remind me to prune your other lifetime counterparts then.
Fair enough. I also dreamt of this one other lifetime where I ate a glitter bomb and I learned what glitter tastes like as a flavor.
Beg your pardon.
It tastes like starlight.
Okay, Tail looks at Ashlyn first, horrified. Then at Electra, confused.
Oh, Acid will say, I haven't tried Starlight, so I can't make the comparison yet.
Tail just goes to sit in a corner.
So
I don't
then,
suppose that. Sorry.
What was that?
So
I don't
then, what do you
sorry.
have to report to me?
Oh, and Ashton will cast Prestidigitation to clean up Electra.
Fuck.
Go Sprout.
I was about to say the same thing.
You know what, Sprout? I will let you have that one. I'll let you share it.
I already had a. Okay, we both cast Prestidigitation at the same time, I guess.
Correct.
Well
Now you are
then, it
double
seems as if
clean.
you have made up for the other adventurers' sins. If I decide to spare them anyway.
Oh, what are they like?
I don't
I must
know.
know.
Sound like very dead soon. Tail mutters from the corner.
I
They're
tend
very
not
much
to
the
think
ones
too
to do
much
very.
of the dead. Or soon to be dead, for that matter.
Well, if they have anything cool on them, just you know, bring it my way if it doesn't interest you.
What would you report to me about the inner workings of my company?
She's asking us to report on the inner workings of the company.
Your security staff is strangely competent for civilian security and awfully forward.
Why would you assume
I
that
think I
we
have to go
employ
to an HR
civilian
meeting at some point.
Why would you assume that we employ civilian security? That is a
That
good
is
question.
normal for private businesses. Are you claiming that they're former military?
She just starts chuckling to herself. I suppose that's an interesting way to downplay their credentials, for sure.
Well, you see, I'd be a little concerned about the fact that if your security team, one of them actually does know about the anti-memetics division, while the manager keeps insisting it doesn't exist, but also your team certainly has one. Because, of course, you would have one because you're a pest control company that engages in the occult. So, what are their credentials, really?
They don't have credentials. Is their credentials?
You made them.
No, more interesting than that. Everyone has some form of credential, some form of record that follows them around. My security team does not. That is their credential.
Interesting.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. But also, one of them cursed the card readers on the 5th floor.
Oh, yes. I'm very unfortunately aware of that. I've always got the strangest impression that they are some sort of eldritch entity trying to haunt people in a way that only those possessing card readers can.
You know, I got the same impression, but apparently a chip was installed so they could just vocally beep into it.
That sounds ridiculous. She says this with a completely straight face, by the way.
Well, that was at least what my investigation turned up. Maybe there is more to it than I know, but I would probably have to go to your 7th floor to figure that one out.
The anti-memetics division is on the 8th floor.
Oh. Fair enough then. Wait, then what did you put on the 7th floor?
The roof.
Oh.
Wait.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
that was good.
That was a good meme.
Well, damn, I thought I had it figured out, but no, it was called the 8th floor this time. She shakes her fist at her incompetence.
Don't worry, 8th floor are notorious for undermining any attempts to investigate into them.
We might have we might have another lead that goes somewhere.
I just want you to
We,
know, half the shit that she says, you could absolutely roll a cult for.
Oh, fair enough. I should roll esoteric knowledge for her comment to Ashlyn.
Let us just say we might have leads in places that aren't exactly white hat type of lines of work.
I will say Ashlyn is very aware. Xian is very aware that if you are dealing in the right kind of occult rituals, it absolutely makes sense to put your secrets on the floor above the roof.
When
Because-
the
Go ahead.
threatening object is an idea, secrecy is the best compound.
You would be shocked at how useful it is to hide things above a roof. People stop searching when they find a roof. They never think that there's something above the roof. The roof's the limit in their mind.
Oh, so you're saying the secret is in the stars? I get it.
No,
How
that's
cheeky.
stupid.
Well, it
I mean,
also
if-
helps that people who
Flynn
figure...
just sinks back.
Ashlyn will just say, well, it also helps the people who figure out there's something beyond the roof also forget that there's something beyond the roof.
Well, if you end up screaming, running away in terror because we've been running occult experiments on you, and you tell the police that, oh, they're doing the experiments on the floor above the roof. The police are going to look at you like you're crazy.
You know, people already do that with me anyway, so wouldn't
Wait,
be much of a change.
are you telling me that information isn't self-deleting?
To some, but
Oh, fair enough.
only if you know enough. Tell me then, what else would you wish to inform me about?
Well, I mean, apparently Kara, the person we did the game with, who is part of the whole security thing and the processing thing, really love her, by the way. I think she might be connected to something that's, well, making her dreams come true. A little too true.
Yes, no one cares about that. The question is, did she enjoy the game?
Yes. We chose the Lich.
And she was delighted.
Yes. She wants to play more games with us later.
He reaches into her bag and then pulls out 6 pouches, leaving them on the desk. One for each of you.
Ashton will grab the pouch and look inside.
Ashton sees gold coins.
Flynn will grab the pouch second from the right, arbitrarily.
The rest of you take them.
I pull the metal to me using magnetic field.
I'll reach over and we'll go over and snag one, then kind of slink back to the corner, still a little freaked out by the other person they met.
You each see 500 gold coins in your bags. There you
Ashton will just
go.
grin.
That is for my sister having a delightful time. I very much hope you continue to amuse her.
She's quite the entertaining game master.
Indeed, it was quite fun.
Yes, well, you have no idea how difficult it is to find her a consistent party. The last one got eaten by strange badger wolves. Creature I did not know existed until then.
Badger wolves.
I'm pretty sure they were badger wolves. It could have been badger wolves, bandersnatchers. I mixed them up a lot.
I would love to meet these badger wolves.
Perhaps you could get the other adventurers in on it too. You know, so that way you can entertain their sister more before their eventual demise. Maybe it's like a little offshoot where it is just a single session and you know they're all just having their fun before dead.
To make that look even more horrified at just the ideas the party can come up with.
I see. Very well. She also produces a strange black tube. This is going to be very essential for your journey.
What would I roll to identify?
Occultism.
Just looks like it to me.
I'm gonna hear one. Okay.
The tube seems specially made and enchanted to keep what's inside, and is sometimes used for hazardous materials.
What kind? Why would we need something that could potentially be hazardous? And what's its classification?
Isn't a gun
This-
hazardous?
This is going to be necessary in order for you to make the trip to the Takumi territory, assuming that you wish to make good time. It's a special fuel source, and we need to be very, very careful that the fuel source does not decay, shall we say.
I see. And what do you put it in?
Your vehicles, of course.
We have vehicles now?
You are going to be borrowing some of the company's vehicles in order to reach your destination quickly. Unless you
And
intend
do these
to
vehicles
walk
operate?
there.
Do these vehicles operate like a boat?
I would not say that these vehicles operate in the same form as a boat, even though they could functionally replace a boat.
I'm quite confused. There are
They-
modes of transport that are not boats. What? How did they get around?
Why does that matter to you?
I
They are
just want to know how
specially-
familiar I would be with the architecture.
They are specially made all-terrain vehicles.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna be pretty. I'm not skilled at that. I have
When
no
you say-
idea.
When you say all terrain, does that include sky and lava?
Sky, yes. The lava adjustments have not been fine-tuned perfectly.
Wait, all terrain. So this can run on water. It can be a boat. We're good.
That said, once we finally get the final upgrade, they will be capable of moving on lava. We just have not acquired that. As an interesting note, if you're interested in getting a little bit of more pay from my company, you could make sure to pick up that particular package and add it to my wonderful machines while you're out.
Down. Because a pest control company like yours does need to be able to traverse magma caverns because sometimes that's where the pests live.
You would be shocked by how much of a market we are missing out on by not having vehicles that can traverse magma caverns.
You know what? I said it half jokingly earlier, but I think I will invest in your stock.
Well, yes, assuming that the upgrade goes well, we will have an entirely untapped market. People have never succeeded at delivering effective pest control to dwellers in magma caverns.
Ashton has pulled out a tablet and seems to have a website open.
Now looks over Ashton's shoulder curiously.
She seems to be making an investment.
What are stocks?
I don't know.
Well, Sometimes they're a part of a plant. Sometimes, if you add ing, it could refer to socks. But also, sometimes they're things that refer to markets and capitalism.
Capitalism.
That sounds like some nerd shit.
By the way, I will be expecting you to make to the nearest tavern or whatever while we prepare your rides. You'll be distributed 3 vehicles, so you'll be splitting them to each.
If I may ask, I did volunteer to help your 5th floor manager with cleaning up anything that Kara did. Would I be okay to wait here and just go when the vehicles go?
The 5th floor is currently inaccessible.
Oh,
Wait, why?
Because when you go downstairs from the 6th floor, you end up at the 4th floor, and when you go upstairs from the 4th floor, you end up at the 6th floor, which makes the 5th floor rather difficult to reach.
well,
What
how am I
if we-
supposed to honor my promise? Shit.
Well, one imagines that you'd just merely go downstairs from the 1st floor.
Oh, okay.
That just makes Tail look even more bewildered.
To be clear, we don't actually have a basement, so that does not work. But one would imagine it might.
Well, then, if I can still do that, if you are okay with it.
That is to say, one would imagine that if there was a way to go downstairs from the 1st floor, you would probably end up at the 5th. But we don't have that accessibility in our building.
Understood. Well, I guess, would you be able to notify me when the vehicles are ready and I'll ride with them to the tavern?
They will be delivered to the tavern. They have autopilot.
Ah, okay. What would be a good way for me to be delivered to the tavern after I'm done?
How do you intend to get to the 5th floor?
Well, naturally, by going downstairs.
But if you go downstairs, you end up at the 4th floor.
No, I just keep going down.
But then you end up at the 1st floor.
And then I go down again.
There is no down from the 1st floor.
Acid actually looks a little exasperated and just says, I'm just asking for some transportation when I'm done.
How do you propose to go downstairs from the 1st floor?
I'll figure it out, and if I don't, I will be a little late to the tavern.
I am deeply suspecting that you might be a new Kara.
A what?
A new Kara.
She seems to think on this for a bit. And then just shrugs and says, you know, Dara always did say I caused weird things to happen sometimes, so who knows?
I see. Alright. After this, we're going to be ending a bit early. So I have gotta do tech support.
Understandable.
Okey-dokey.
So we're rating an Electro Wolf.
Woo.
Some for the funnies, stay for the trauma.
Mm.
Fuck if I know if you'll get trauma there.
Oh, I meant here, but okay.
Oh. Wait, you think I'm funny? That's so nice.
More often than
Wait. Go for it.
more often than not.
Later. Love you all. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
Boop.
Cheap viewers.
Thank you for
man.
session. It was fun.
You're welcome.
Thank you.